Well, I'm back from Amsterdam. Was it the best night ever? Yes. Did Spurs make the Champions League final? They did. And did I cry at the final whistle? Absolutely, you bet you. But enough about that. Let's get into the daily news. English teams create history. The UEFA ticketing is an absolute joke. There's transfer rumours from around Europe, and of course we have today's Friday feels. That and more coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host Matt Froelich. You are the One Footballers, and this is the Daily News. But before we get started on the Daily News, a quick update on the latest release on the Onefootball app. Now recently we've been offering selected La Liga matches along with 11 sports to you guys in the app. However, for the next two La Liga games, there will be a conference style on the app. This means that whichever match day you go to in La Liga, when you click on it, you'll be able to see every single game live as they bounce around in the last two match days. All you have to do is go to the match page, click buy now, and you'll be charged through the iTunes or the Play Store. There's no subscription required, and every single game will take you to the conference. But with that said and done, let's get right into the daily news. First off, and last night's football brought about a history-defining moment in European football, as for the first time ever, England and any nation have provided all four finalists in the Europa League and the Champions League. The last nation that were close to doing this was back in 2015-16, where Spain provided 3 out of the 4 finalists. However, for England, it brings about a new era of dominance for Premier League football. All top 6 teams have done pretty well in Europe this season, and now 4 are left. As for Arsenal, well, they had a brilliant run to the final of the Europa League. Last night they managed to beat Valencia 4-2 away from home, but it's meant that they've beaten both Napoli and Valencia away from home as well as at home to progress in the ties. As for Chelsea, they just managed to sneak past Frankfurt on penalties, and the two will meet on the 29th of May in Baku. Now, not only is that over 5,500 kilometres away, but it's pretty difficult to get to. But what else do you expect from UEFA? In the last few years, with Dortmund and Arsenal, Mkhitaryan hasn't gone to any games being played in Azerbaijan because of political tensions between his home country of Armenia and Azerbaijan. So it's not entirely sure whether he'll get a visa and be able to play in the final, although UEFA have offered some help to get him there. As for Chelsea, well, it's a massive turnaround for their manager Maurizio Sarri. Now, people were saying, especially after the debacle with Kepa in the League Cup final, that he should be sacked, that he's never going to last till the end of the season. But now he's got them a top 4 finish, he's taken them to 2 finals in his first season. He's the first Chelsea manager who wasn't a caretaker to take them to European final under Roman Abramovich, and well, he's done a pretty good job. Along with the Chelsea transfer ban that's going to affect them for the next 2 windows, no Chelsea manager is going to want to come in and manage the club because they can't sign anyone and put their stamp on it. So for Maurizio Sarri, it looks like he'll probably stay, and if he manages to bring home the title, well, it'll be a pretty sweet deal for him. He's understandably annoyed that in fact Chelsea have to go between now and then all the way to Massachusetts in the US to play a friendly with the New England Revolution. That's definitely not going to help their warm-up for the final. But next up, onto some ticket allocation news from the final, and I just have to speak about it because it is so ridiculous. Both finals in Baku and at Atletico Madrid's new stadium can hold around 68,000 spectators. But for the Europa League, Arsenal and Chelsea have just 6,000 each. This means that they'll have 12,000 proper football fans there, when the other 56,000 are just given away to corporate people who could just sweeten the deal with potential clients by offering it to those suits who don't even care about the game. This is absolutely disgraceful, and I don't think that European football will ever be able to reach the heights and attract the fans around the world while they've got so many people in the stadium who just do not care about the game. It's a real shame for Arsenal and Chelsea fans, and they've been so brilliant supporting their clubs all the way through the European campaign, not just this year, but in previous years as well. As for the Champions League final, things are only marginally better. Spurs and Liverpool will have around 16,500 fans each, meaning that there's still going to be around 34,000 again for the same kind of people from UEFA. I don't mean to have a massive dig and keep going on about it, but how can you create an atmosphere for the biggest match in club football when only half of the stadium is full with fans who actually want to be there? I, for one, will be there, but god damn, it will be a crazy atmosphere regardless of how many fans are in there. So next up, into a quick roundup of the day's transfer rumours, where Tottenham defender Toby Alderweireld says a return to Ajax at some stage late on in his career is 110% in his head. Gigi Buffon won't be offered a new deal by PSG and could be leaving in the summer. Southampton are ready to make a £30 million bid for Alexander Mitrovic, who's just been relegated with Fulham, and Manchester United are on the verge of completing a £15 million deal for Swansea winger Daniel James. So lastly but not least, we come to today's Friday Feels. You guys know what it is. It's where you leave all your thoughts on the weekend's football in the comment section down below, and I'll read a few of the correct ones out on Monday's Daily News. It can be anything from a goal, a manager, a team, a scorer, an offside, a free kick, a red card, whatever you guys think. Let me know down below. For my Friday Feels for this weekend, I'm going for Manchester City to beat Brighton and secure the Premier League title. I also think Liverpool will win as well at home to Wolves. And in the Bundesliga, I think the title race is going to go to the final day. They have the penultimate match day this weekend, and I think Leipzig are going to beat Bayern Munich, while Dortmund will beat Fortuna Düsseldorf, meaning that they'll be 1 point behind Munich come the final day of the season next weekend. Of course, let me know your thoughts on the Friday Feels down below, and all of the rest of your thoughts on the day's Daily News. Is this going to be a good era for English football? Who will be winning the European Cup finals? And how much of a joke is a ticket allocation? Let me know all of your thoughts. Smash the like button whilst you're down there and click here or here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on OneFootball. But for me, that's all we've got time for. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys later.